All right, welcome back to our breathwork breathing series here. Coach Brian Hammond, and today we're working on another exercise more on the biomechanical aspect of this called the breathe low exercise. Remember, by low, we mean lower down into the lungs, trying to get that gas exchange to occur. So, why are we doing this? The purpose of this is to get the diaphragm engaged. So, this is proper biomechanics of breathing. Again, using our nose. When we use our nose, it forces our diaphragm to get involved. Doesn't mean we can't do it with our mouth, but the nose just makes it easier because there's a lot more resistance on bringing the air in. So we want to make sure we're getting our diaphragm involved because that allows the air to get lower into the lungs for proper gas exchange to occur. Remember, we have this kind of dead space where gas exchange can't occur. So we have to make sure we get enough volume in there to get enough volume into our actual system. And proper biomechanics also equals proper movement mechanics. If our diaphragm is not being involved, then we're not getting that intra-abdominal pressure that's supporting our pelvis and supporting our spine as well. So if you're not breathing properly with your diaphragm, you're most likely not moving properly on the bike either. And remember, one of our major concerns while cycling is creating a stable pelvis to be able to push from. That is our base of support in cycling. What we look for results from this is it is going to improve your gas exchange and overall minute volume. And remember, minute volume is about the total amount of air you get into your system in a minute time, right? It's not per breath, it's over the minute. If we can bring in more per breath, even less breaths, still equals more air into the system because that air is getting into the gas exchange zone. And proper biomechanics is so important. And the reason we practice, and this is a daily practice, and we do this with everything we do, is if I expect to do something in an race environment, I better practice it in a controlled environment. If I have trouble breathing properly sitting here at my desk, what's the chances that I'm going to start breathing properly, hour two in an intense race at some point in time, or going up a hard climb or following that break? It's not going to happen. If I can't do a controlled setting, I'm not going to do it in a chaotic race setting as well. So let's get into how we practice this. What you're going to do is just place your hands on either side of your ribs, right? So we want to kind of get down to the lower two ribs, basically. Again, all exercises are being done through the nose. And what you want to do is just take a good deep inhale through your nose. And we should feel these ribs expand outward. This is not about pushing the stomach forward. It's about expanding around this canister, right? So ribs expand out. And then as you breathe out through your nose, we feel those ribs and those hands collapse back in towards our center. Take a fuller, deeper breath through our nose. We feel that expand. Exhale, coming back in towards the center. So again, this is about just getting these ribs to expand out and back in. Practice this through the nose. It will get the diaphragm working. But remember, even when we're breathing through our mouth, I can still take a breath through my mouth and get the diaphragm engaged. If we retrain how our body thinks about breathing, the mechanics of our breathing, going back to what we were born with, breathing through the nose and diaphragmatic, we can still execute that same process through our mouth. So even in those hard moments during a workout, when we have to shift to gear three breathing, in through the mouth, out through the mouth, we can still use diaphragmatic breathing at that point in time. If we shallow breathe, we're not going to get the gas exchange. We need to practice this in a controlled environment. Use your nose as that restrictive force that's going to force the diaphragm to get involved, but also practice it occasionally with your mouth too. Maybe purse your lips and do it, or try it with a regular mouth. All right. Same as the breathe light exercise, we want to add this to that exercise. So now we'll be doing both of these exercises, each one anywhere, about 5 to 10 minutes at a time. And again, 3 to 10 times throughout the day, depending on how much time you have available for you. You can't do it too much. Honestly, you should be doing this all day, every day, if possible. But focusing on it, I would say three to 10 times a day.